There's a blank spot on the wall over there.
Oh, I know. People will point that out. Just point out the one missing. Hello there, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Today, we've got the super not another crap git by crap git, I just said. The crap, not another crap git by my wonderful friend Jackie, aka Nerdy Crafter. This is something she has worked so hard on. This is her second craft box now. I think the first one she did about a year ago now. This is so heavy. All I know it's something to do with sculpting. Her first one was like that as well, but this one's super. So she did very kindly send this to me. If you want to get one for yourself, I will leave a link to this down in the description below. Make sure you check it out while you can too. Just say, by the way, the graphics on this are really, really pretty. I absolutely just think that this box is probably the prettiest craft kit box that I've ever seen. Time again to do my brush giveaway. These are my brushes from my line Artistic Bear Co. Every single Thursday upload, I give these away until the end of the year. And the winner of the last Thursday upload video is on the screen right now. If you would like to enter to win this set of brushes, all you need to do is like this video, make sure you're subscribed, and leave a comment down below telling me what you liked about this video. And the winner for this video will be announced in the next Thursday upload. Inside, oh, they have tissue paper. I find things like that because I do a lot of packaging stuff myself with my brushes. This just amuses me, the fact that she has nice fancy paper. I haven't watched anyone else's videos on this yet, so I don't have a clue what to expect. Sweet Chloe, thank you for being an awesome friend throughout all these years. I'm so proud of you for having your own line of art supplies that are amazing quality. Now, you need to remember, be gentle. The last sculpture you did was great. Don't knock this one down either. You can take your time. If Pat did it, so can you. Pat is Jackie's husband, so she said if he can do it, then that's
good sign.
That's a good sign. Maybe I should make you do it with me. Text me if you need help. Watch those tutorials. Hugs, Nerdy Crafter. She remembered last time that I ended up breaking the arm off. Push it onto his hand. Our instruction booklet. I'm guessing this will show us everything that's inside, so I'm not gonna look at it. I probably shouldn't have shown it to the camera either. Some paint brushes. I love the packaging on these, and they're actually all marked with Nerdy Crafter and Smart Art. We have a huge bag, oh my goodness. A huge bag of a lot of supplies that I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea what half of these things are for. We have an X-Acto kind of knife, a sharp pointy thing. So we have that. Again, very nice packaging. These things, these I know you use to shape the clay. A spatula. This, I'm guessing, is to mix the whatever we're doing. Then we have, from memory before, this was the mixing bowl. And it has a lid. Is that to preserve it? So if all else fails, that's what it's gonna be used for. Also, can I just say, if this is your first time on my channel or you're still new to it, I paint, I don't sculpt. I've sculpted like twice, so this type of thing, the crafting area is not my expertise. Is that a nail file? It is actually wait, no it's not. It's a container. It's a container with tools in it. These do look like nail files. Are they? These are definitely nail files, they have to be. Yeah, these are basically nail files, which must be because they're like sandpaper to sand little corners of things. Some white wiper. Perfect. It's bedtime. We have some wire. I know from Ace of Clay, seeing him use this stuff before, it's when you're sculpting stuff and you like give it a body. Like if you have a person and you like use foil on the wire to bend it and then like, then we have a miniature dog bowl right here with a funnel. Then we have some popsicle sticks to do some mixing, some rubber bands. These are probably to hold the mold together because I do know this is involving a mold again, which last time, again, didn't go too well. Ooh! He did warn me this needs probably a whole day to set, so that's why I'm gonna be doing this now. It's like 9 o'clock at night, so I'm gonna set it now and hopefully it'll be ready by tomorrow. Those are all the like little intricate things, and now we have some bigger things inside. So we have permastone. This has got to be for the mold, I would say. Just a wild guess there. Oven cure adhesive. So this is like Bacon Bond. Then we have chalk acrylic white paint. We have our mold. This one, okay, this is what I'm most excited for because was custom made by her. So this already looks very complex. Oh. This is just looking more and more dangerous by the second. So yeah, we have our mold. It's like a little, is it a horse? Maybe it is because she's riding a unicorn. So that would probably make sense, but this is our mold. Next up we have a measuring cup. Oh, it's like a little spinny table. So you can move it around like that. Okay, so we have wings, so you can make it into like a fairy or a bat unicorn, dragon. It's probably supposed to be a dragon.
And you could, like Donkey and Shrek, his little kids, they have like the horse and dragon wings.
That's true. These ones look like fairy wings. This one's like a Pegasus, and then you have like the dragon wings. So that's actually, I don't know which one I would do actually. I kind of want to paint a unicorn, but at the same time, a dragon would be really fun. Okay, so now it's getting into the stuff that's way past my understanding. She included an airbrush. I have never used an airbrush before. She did warn me there was an airbrush inside. Then we have an airbrush paint set that belongs in the airbrush. Then we have some cosplay sculpt, so we can sculpt things onto the mold. And last but not least, we have, so I don't destroy my desk.
Because sometimes measuring cups are different depending on where you are in the world. So here we go. So as you can see, voila, here is our two, and here's our...
So a lot of her tutorial is actually in real time. We're gonna try Jackie. I really hope I do this justice. And she did specify to not tap it in the cup. That will mean it will go down more and then you'll have the water ratio be off. So I'm pretty sure I did that last time, so I'm definitely not going to this time. Okay, she said you can shake it like this, but that's it. Okay, that's nowhere near. I'm collapsing the cup at the same time. But there we go. So now she said we need to add water. That line, hopefully ice cold water won't matter. Oh, it's bubbling.
The bubble, it's gonna be a little dramatic.
Okay, yeah, it is being dramatic, but it's fine. That's normal, apparently. Oh, there's a big lump there. Oh no, what's that? Why does it look like that? Oh, it's dry. Oh no! Oh, how to prepare the molds. I missed this video. Frick! Okay. So we're just gonna pour it straight in. I am so nervous about this. I'm really, really nervous that I'm gonna mess up. It appears to have stopped. Okay, well it's full. It filled up way quicker than I was expecting. I don't know if it's because of the air in it. I think it's good, actually. This is awful. Oh no, this is so messy. Okay, I do not know how this is going to go because I've made such a mess on the outside. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not too worried because I have a lot left over. So if I do mess this up and it's not good, I can just take it out of the mold and reuse it because it's a reusable mold. So this is where we had our first casualty. Yes, I broke the freaking leg. At the time, I was like, what the heck? I was being so careful. Why did this break? Yeah, that's why. I can see clearly why it broke. I thought I was being slow and gentle at the time. When I rewatched Jackie's video tutorials, I realised I did many things wrong. First of all, you are not supposed to get excited to get the mould out because it looks really cool, and instead you have to peel the edges all over and wiggle out the front legs first very slowly, and then you slowly wiggle out the back legs, which is very meticulous, and this is why I would never be a good sculptor. Sculpting is so intricate, whether it's the molds or the hand sculpting stuff. I'm just very heavy-handed. Also, keep in mind, I've only ever done a plaster cast, I think once before, so I am not used to how gentle you actually need to be. Luckily, Jackie gives you so much powder that you can make at least 5 of these, I would say, if not more. So second try, here we go. I missed a rubber band, apparently. I don't know where, but, well, I know where because of where it's coming out. At this point, I'm just like, you know what? Jackie, you are so kind and brave to send me your craft kit, because I'm clearly not showing it in its best light here. So this time, I left it for an hour. I didn't leave it for a day. I don't know why, but I would bet money that Jackie had told me to leave it for at least 24 hours, but nowhere does she actually say that. I think I must have had a dream or something, because apparently you're supposed to take the sides of the mold off an hour after you do it and then release the heat that way. An hour after that, you're supposed to remove the bottom. And when I tell you, I was terrified to remove this. I was terrified, but so far, so good. This was the hardest part though. I was constantly feeling like his leg would snap again. I spent about 5 minutes easily just wiggling it slowly. Really tense, chronic like sweat and anxiety, trying not to break the leg again. Front legs first, slowly loosening it until, yes, it didn't break. This one, unfortunately, was a little bit more bubbly than the first one was. I sanded down the feet, as she says to do, so it stands upright, and I also used the X-Acto knife to get off the knobbly bit off the top of his head. Now at this point, I was texting Jackie back and forth, and she kindly sent me some videos telling me the best way to attach the wings, because I told her I wanted to have them flat to the sides versus like sticking upwards. I didn't tell her what I was making. She's going to discover this when she watches this video. But I just told her how I wanted it placed, and she very kindly sent me some videos. So Jackie says that gravity is your worst enemy, which means you need to be extremely careful at all times, since it can be very unsteady, especially because one of the legs is like bending upwards and not actually touching the ground. Before I even decided what I wanted to make with this sculpt, I realized that everyone else is probably making dragons or unicorns, but I wanted to do something different because I knew that I wouldn't be making as good a job as a lot of the actual sculptors and crafters Jackie sent this to, and I didn't want to even attempt to compete. So I just went straight for the flying, talking donkey dragon Shrek baby. I could have and probably should have kept this simpler than I actually did, but I decided to just go all out, reshaping the figure with clay. My thumbs getting ridiculously stiff. Lasted for days. I mean, I know people use a lot of pasta makers and stuff, so maybe that makes it easier, but man, my thumbs. Okay, he's looking a bit like Yoshi, but we're trying to shape him like a donkey dragon baby. So he needs a belly and a butt. And as someone who has barely sculpted more than, 4 times, I thought at this moment I would be really enjoying this. But I don't. I mean, what I do have, though, is a huge amount of respect for sculptors. This stuff is hard. You have to smooth it out and shape it, then try not to mess up the other parts as you try to fix the other side. You constantly try not to get the mold all over and fall and break, because actually Jackie did send me a full-blown perfect mold in the mail that I only just realised when I was making my second mould, and I had it and I was like, this is great, it's travelled all the way from Canada, it's in perfect condition, and then it fell over on the table and the leg fell off. So you have to really try hard not to press on any of the limbs too hard, otherwise we all saw what happened last time. It's just so meticulous. I honestly spent about 8 hours total on this thing. One of those times being a 5.5 hour solid stretch just sculpting. I wasn't eating, I had like one drink in all that time, I was determined, and by the end of it I honestly could have spent so many more hours on it. I think his butt looks pretty good though. I mean, I'm not Kim Kardashian's surgeon, but I'm pretty sure that's a solid 7 out of 10 donkey dragon horse butt. I must have spent at least an hour just on his mouth. I added more clay so there would be kind of like a lip so he had an overbite, because I was looking at a lot of references and there weren't really many good ones, but the ones I found I was like, you know, he's kind of got an overbite. He's also a donkey, so like they don't have very good dental care. Look at that butt. Very proud of that. I tried using the ball of foil trick to kind of hold him up, but it wasn't too sturdy. But again, maybe I was just going unnecessarily over the top with this for someone with my lack of skill level. The tail was a pain in the butt, literally. It was helpful because Jackie made holes on the mold so you could easily attach a tail or wings if you wanted to with wire. I just don't think I've ever actually made a tail before, so this was very experimental to say the least. The eyeballs though, oh my gosh, I love drawing and painting eyes, but I do not enjoy sculpting them. I swear I was looking at them and I'm like, the guy that can make his eyeballs pop out his head, this is what this looks like right now. So once I was done with the immense sculpt, it was time to pop him in the oven to let him burn. I'm kidding. Anyone that does sculpting knows you gotta stick this in the oven to harden the clay so we could paint him. Starting off, I put the first 3 layers of the base coat. Jackie does tell you to do this because the actual sculpt itself is oil-based and the paint is water-based, so it's not going to stick too well. There was an ant on my leg. That's gross! And here we have Jackie's super fancy airbrush, which admittedly I have never used before either. Clearly. Again, gravity is not your friend. I will admit, I was getting really tired of this by now and I just wanted to finish it, so I got out my hairdryer, which I've definitely used more on my art than I ever have my hair. I dried each layer so I could finish it quicker. I'd like to say that I got a hold of the whole airbrush thing, and I kind of did, and it was a very nice airbrush, let me tell you, but I definitely do need more practice. Now, I wanted to give him a mischievous look, so when I painted his eyes, I tried to make them seem like he was all smug, and I feel I actually kind of achieved that a bit better than I expected. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. It's definitely my best sculpt to date. Does it need work? It sure does, but I'm getting there. I'm learning. I really hope that you enjoyed this. Thank you so much to Jackie for sending me this. And if you want one of these kits for yourself, make sure you check the link in the description before they sell out. And yes, for now, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next video.